It's 0800 Central Time and 2100 here in Southeast Asia on the 23rd of March, 2021. Wow. How time goes by. Already the end of the first quarter. Jiminy Christmas. Let's get out of just get Happy New Year over with, and here we are at the end of the quarter and earnings season again. Pretty amazing. So I've been monkeying around with this here and had myself quite a hole dug. Now I'm back on the stream machine, and I've made a couple of trades to get back to a respectable loss. Anyway, I will do something here. I'm not sure what. Okay, let me just, first of all, I've taken 4 trades. I'm 50-50. I was down $550 on the first trade. That was just one trade. And I've taken 2 cents to get back to a $244 drawdown, including commissions, or $230. So looking at the board here, we're pretty much risk off. Why the hell it's going up, who knows? I thought I was trading in the direction of the trend. I'll show you that here in a minute. I will, quick like a bunny, go here, and you'll be able to see those trades. Okay, there was the first loser. I thought I was going to get a pullback down here, just down about 8 or 9 points to value area high. Wrong. Stopped out there and then jumped on here and took it up. I took 2, one here and one there, so I got back 300 and some bucks. So that's not good, but it's better than it was. This Renko chart really sucks a lot. So what I was looking to do here was, if you look at where we were, man, I hate this damn chart. That drives me crazy. That's why I was trying to get away from it. But anyway, this thing was it was doing something. I don't know. I can't even get it to be there anymore. Well, I tell you, it's tough. All right. So here's the open. And they traded down past value area low. I thought we were going to take. This was a real bad entry right here. I just thought we were going to take it short, and I didn't notice that we were at value area low. Strictly stupidity. But if you see, had I loosened my stops up, I would have taken my points. But that's a different story. Over here, same deal. I did loosen the stop up to this high, but I figured at that point I would definitely be wrong, and I was. So that's a $390 loser there, and this was $1.60. But then I've pulled back 2 more here, and going to be just about neutral on the day. Just a little bit of a gap up, but we've gapped up into value area and range, so that's not nearly, doesn't have the impact of being below it. And this, we've just put in a Globex high just a second ago, so Globex stat would be pretty likely to be taken out here at the open. 25 minutes. All right, so that's where we are there. And now I'm going to jump back to here and here. Why this doesn't remember how to go down here, I don't know, but it's just pretty darn irritating that it doesn't remember that. Anyway, so there we are. We just were in this tight trading range here, and this one here, right here, was where my trade was. And at that point, value area high was right here. I was just going down to the tops of this resistance area. or support, whatever, however you want to look at it. And it was also value area high, just as I was expecting just to take a short trade and recoup that loss. But anyway, so where we are now is 230 bucks down. And here we are, 25 minutes before the open. I'm a little bit hesitant to short, even though quite often these yahoos and bring it down, sometimes down, clear down to the VWAP. I would probably target the value area high in this case, but or to be honest with you, right here. But after this short here and holding through to here, that was kind of disappointing. So I want to just bide my time here and see how the open works on the computers. On this charting again, I'm on the Singapore gateway, so we'll see if that has some positive impact. I've got some everything ready to go, I think. Here's the task manager. You can see that Tradovate is trading on the GPU, which is the my graphics card. It's the GeForce RTX 2060 Super with 8 gigs of RAM. And the only other thing using that is Chrome, and that's using it for the stream, which we're broadcasting right now. But if I think that Investor RT, first I'm surprised it's not 30 or 64-bit. Maybe there's a new build or a 64-bit build that multi-threads, because I've got a Ryzen 9 3900X 12-core 24-thread and 64 gigs of RAM. So there should be no damn way this thing is bottlenecking up unless it's just not utilizing the space correctly for its, and not multi-threading, for example. And it's certainly not using the GPU. So I'm going to have to talk to those guys about that. And that's the purpose of this. Going to be a short stream here, so that I can send across to Investor RT this stat sheet. And you can see that it's only drawing 1 millisecond. This was the big one. Profile is, I think, 3. 0 now. A minute ago it said 3. VWAP is basically 2 milliseconds. Why that's doing that, I'm not really sure, but seems a little long. I've set it to every 2 seconds rather than default, because it didn't seem to update with default. I don't know. Anyway. And default should be, if I can remember how to do this now. Preferences, maybe. Charts, general. Recalculate every 3 seconds would be default. If I'm reading the videos correctly. So if I set that one to default, that should actually be better. Okay. So it is correct. However, I believe it's 13050 and 5250 here on Jigsaw, which is pretty much spot on. Always. Thank God, something works. So there we are. I think I'm capturing as much data as humanly possible so that Chad and the great fellows at Investor RT can have a look and tell me whether I'm crazy or just need to forget it or what, which is, I just have a hard time believing that. I mean, I know people that have 40 and 50 charts up the person you might all be familiar with, FT71 Morad Askar. He uses exclusively this charting and bookmap, but Investor RT, and he has a whole pile of complicated charts and the flex levels running and all that kind of customized stuff, and doesn't have any problems. So I'm thinking it's got to be external. I know my machine must be okay. That's something I didn't think to do, but I will do right now. I'll pop that up. Sysinfo. All right, here's my machine stats. There's it's a X570 RS Master. There's the Ryzen 9 3912 core. 64 gigs of RAM. Components. Display. And here's the NVIDIA GeForce 2060 Super with 8 megs of RAM. For K4 resolution on this particular screen. Beats the hell out of me, but at least now that everybody can see, we have a record of everything that's being used here. So I hopefully that'll help. And we can diagnose this. And it may be as simple as now that I'm on the Singapore gateway. No. That's another thing I could. Okay, internet speed test. This isn't the one I was thinking it is, but let's see what we got here. This isn't the one I was looking for. Can't remember the name of the damn thing. I thought it was the Google one, but it has a different look and feel than this thing. So 168 Mbps down. Now that's sucks. Where's the one I was looking for? That thing called. Now this is the one it is, but I don't want to download it. Oh well, anyway. All right, so that's enough of that. Normally it's 300 and something on that other test, but you can pick the server and you can set it to look for Singapore or Chicago or wherever you want, and that's the test I was looking for. Okay, in the meantime, let's get back to trading. Here's the calendar. So this is for today. Now, this, you got to remember that this would be 1 o'clock in the morning yesterday. And so this is my last night. You're in the morning if you're in the States someplace. So we're looking at where we are right now. We got the red book out. It was a little better. No, month on month was down 0.3. We got the FOMC talking Feds at 9, so they're just started. And we got Fed Chair Powell in 44 minutes at, Jesus Christ, look at all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got several announcements and the Fed's talking and Richmond manufacturing all around, all in this time frame here. So there's quite a bit of news impact that might come to bear here. You put the damn there. All right, so the stream looks like it's doing okay. That's good. Hopefully I got, it irritates me about that speed test. What the hell was that thing called? Ah, there it is, Ocala. That's the one I wanted. Okay, so this is the Ocala speed test. We're going to go to, we don't want to be at Kuala Lumpur. We want to go to Singapore. The gateway at Singapore, and I don't know, Singtel, I guess. Go. So we're 241 down. And this is fiber optic direct with the Cat9 from the router to the machine. So we're 327 up and 241 down to the gateway. So that should be right what we need. Interesting that it took 52 pings to get from here to Singapore is 100 miles or something like that. Then again, it had to get through Kuala Lumpur and back out and down to the pipe, I guess. So there we are. Okay, so I think I have all of this pretty much figured out now. I'm on the gateway, Singapore gateway. I am with the Rhythmic Car Trader Pro. And I think I have pretty much everything in line. We're going to open in about 10 minutes for the pit session. And let's just keep our fingers crossed and see what the hell happens to this thing. Hopefully I can pull a couple of trades out. A good one was some chasing, trailing, manually trailing like I was doing yesterday and today. Unfortunately, I didn't capture that on stream, but it's simple. I just use I use my stop on Jigsaw, and I just manually bring it up as the trade goes my favor. I keep trying to lock in a little profit, but give it enough room to wiggle. It's a, pretty iffy kind of game, but on the other hand, it worked for 300 and some bucks, so I guess I can't argue too much about that. And I want to look at one other thing here. Let's look at the Vixaroonie. Oh, that sucks. We're down at 2170 again. Not good. 2155 to 2300. So that's where the day's been trading. The VIX, we're going to get that damn thing up here to the high 20s. And to get the volatility we need to get some movement for trades. Dollar index is up. I'll just hanging on neutral, actually. All right. So your goal as a trader is to be able to trade tomorrow. If you can't do that and you don't manage your risk properly, none of it matters. The charting, your grand edge, everything else is just a waste of time. So you've got to manage your risk and to be able to give yourself the maximum number of samples in your data set to allow your edge to manifest. That's essentially that is the basic business model of one of the most profitable businesses in the world. And that's the second part of the Holy Grail, which I will record that tape this weekend, I promise. I have a busy weekend and it's the end of the month, but I will get that second tape done because I've been putting it off. So we got 15 riding at 07, and they're holding there, 7.75, and they're trading it out too. Yeah. No. I'm trading. So my daughter just came in, and I am showing her what the trading rig looks like and how the stream works. So if you ever want to do some YouTubing yourself, you just will put yourself, whatever you got to have, your game or whatever over here, and you can stream to your own channel. No problem. All right, I'm going to go on mute here again so she doesn't get embarrassed and ask me what she came for. All right, back on now. We got the big plan met for next Monday. She and her friends are gonna go have sushi for lunch and then go to cruise the mall or something. I don't know. Anyway, so it's spring break over here. Midterm actually for her school. Well, we're going to put in a new high right here at the last 5 minutes. I can tell you I'm definitely not going to get involved in that, even though they got a hell of a book sitting up there. Almost double there for a minute. And they traded through quite a few of them. I guess that's just longs liquidating. Probably these guys that were smart enough to get in down here like I didn't. So here's where we are. There was the entry that everybody should have been involved with, namely me. And there would have been 100 points in 2 trades. In that trade and one other, I would have passed step 2 and been on the funded account. It's just amazing how easily it is to have that go the other way. And when you look back in hindsight, when you put on those rear view binoculars, it's just phenomenal how easy it looks to pick these up. Even just this. Say you took this breakout. There's 330 to 380. There's 50 points. There's $1,000. Got them All right, so hook in and hang on. We've got a risk on, risk off about it balance. We are slightly positive gap. However, we've gapped into value and range. So actually, we gapped into value and range. And yesterday was a poor low there, or poor high. There was nothing on the top of that. No excess at all on yesterday's high. I would be extremely surprised if we don't take out this high. And you can see the poor high over here where we have no excess on the top side. That's a poor high. If there were only one, like it stopped here, that would be called a weak high. That's per the market profile folks, Dalton and Pete Stottlemyre, those guys. Pete Stottlemyre is the person that actually invented the idea. Jim Dalton's the guy that's monetized it pretty much with two books, I think it is. I have one of them. I may have two. I may have both. I have Markets in Profile, and I forget the name of the second one. And then he gives classes and, intensives or something he calls them. I took one, supposedly his last, when he was going to retire, and he made a big deal about that. And then about a year later, he started emailing, he's doing them again. So that was, type, I guess, sales pitch. Or he tried to retire and couldn't stand it. Who knows? He lives in Arizona now, and maybe he just got bored and couldn't trade. I don't know. But he certainly didn't retire. And it was an interesting intensive, but I find it to be that earth-shaking. And I was fairly familiar with market profile going into it. And that doesn't really lend itself to the TopStep combine because generally you're trading at a higher time frame, which means you've got to have a lot wider stops and higher risk. So, this is a $50,000 account with TopStep, and there's a $1,000 daily max drawdown. And so, that's only 50 points with a one lot, I am at the level of 3 contracts now in the scaling plan in step 2. Had that drawdown yesterday, which was the second drawdown of the step 2. And we're going to open here in 1 minute. So hold your breath, cross your fingers, everybody get on board, and hope to Christ I'm going to get. Hope we're going to get a good starting package here now. Everything looks set up. I hope to heck it runs. That's all I'm asking for. Just starting, keep up with Jigsaw, and I'm a happy guy. Then I will have to make arrangements for a permanent rhythmic connection. I still haven't figured out or nailed down completely. There we go. We're open. And we're not keeping up. Even close. Not even close. We're trading up at 31.19, and this thing's down here at 30.09. So much for that. So much for that. Well, we're putting in a new low at 31.04, and this hasn't reached the high of the opening swing yet. Wow. That's pretty darn disappointing. Okay. What the hell is doing this? Now let's go to the 1 minute chart. That's not it. Let's go to a 1 minute chart and see if we can get something. Hell, that's just not responding. I'm whirling my mouse wheel trying to expand the range here and the scale, and it can't even do that. It's not even able to keep up. So let's quickly look at what's happening on the task manager. Very high investor RT. Not using the GPU, which is not basically doing anything. And there we are. Very high power usage, investor RT. All right. So let's monkey around with this a little bit. Let's just start doing stuff here. Let's see what happens if the profile chart is profiling, and there's no way that I've been able to find to see what the profile chart is drawing in terms of power. I can't imagine that a 5-minute ES is taking too much trouble, though it doesn't look like it's having too good a luck over here. Kind of jumping all over the place. And it's not, I can't believe that it's trading. I can't believe that it's trading accurately. I would say that this thing is just useless. Also, let's says it's not drawing anything. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, these are the milliseconds here. Well, I'm going to close this thing. Watch, it'll be the damn Renko chart that I want the most. That isn't. That's the one that's causing the trouble. So we're at 30.96, and this thing is trading. This thing is indicating 30.91. Completely out there like Pluto. And still very high investor RT. This is the only quote board. These are the only symbols I have in this open quote board. You can see 12-second delay, and why this keeps saying none here, I find that hard to believe that this current month, or maybe the problem has got to do with I'm not using the continuous contract. I don't know, but this is lagging by 12 or 13 whatever milliseconds or something. I'm going to try to save this thing if I can. And then I'm going to try to close this off. My idea here is to see what's killing this thing. I can't believe it would be the ES chart. There's just seem to be anything. It says 0 milliseconds. Cumulative delta, even the mouse doesn't react. I'm moving my mouse all over and the damn thing won't won't even keep up. That is just really bummer. So I think that's about it for this stream to explain to the investor RT folks what this is doing and how it's operating. So let's look at, we've got, I don't know if this means anything to you. No GPU use, no RAM. I'm hoping there's something I've got set up wrong and it's causing this problem. I don't know what the hell it would be, but I'm surprised that it's got such high power usage and that that neither the day trader nor investor RT are running off the GPU. Only Tradovate and the Chrome, which is the YouTube live stream, which I expect it to be running on it. Well, that's just pretty disappointing. And this is running on the Tradovate data, so we know that's just chugging right along. It's sort of starting to catch up a little bit. No, still showing 3106, and we're down at 3099. So completely lost. Here we are at 19 seconds now. Oh, let's close off this one. I mean, this computer has got more balls than just about anybody's computer I'm aware of. It's still behind, even with one chart and one quote board. Wow. All right, let's see if it's a damn quote board. Okay, there's one chart running. Oh, that was no good. What is this? That out of the way. If I can get at my stops and targets. Well, that didn't work out like I had it planned, and I shorted right at the damn wrong time, right here at the bottom of that swing. Are we going to go up to a... It looks like it's trading now. I wonder if it was the damn quote page. And down to very low. Huh. Huh. Well, I'm not real happy about that loss, but on the other hand, I am kind of happy that the thing's trading all right. It seems to be ticking right along. Well, I'm just not doing any good here with this. But it is trading pretty much. Looks like it's trading pretty much as it's, or charting pretty much as it should be. So that's real good news. Now, of course, I got to wait for tomorrow to see the next frickin' open. I don't know whether we're going to try to come across this value or not. And I got burned twice on this bottom, so we're not going to try to run the low, I guess. Boy, if it was up to me to pick the wrong way, I sure seem to be doing good at doing that today. And the PO's right, just as the POC jumped up there, right on the damn POC. That's just about the stupidest place to trade you could possibly. Huh. Well, that's enough of that. Okay, let's see. And that's irritating. That's real irritating. And again, VWAP is just a straight line. His apps cannot possibly be right. This cannot be correct. Without my other reference charts, I'm actually just being pretty stupid here trading. Look at that, the menu doesn't even want to come up to speed. What's happening with this? Okay, so now it's low, very low. So I'm assuming the damn thing is tracking properly. So let's see if we can bring on a chart at a time. Well, still says it's low. Find it a little hard to believe that that's the tick actually for the for the ES, but maybe. Or they're sitting right on 71, just off settlement. Maybe it's Powell still talking. Yes. Okay, so it seems like it's charting correctly. Let's see what the profile looks like. No, that's not. Hope this is the one. Not sure which one's which. That ain't it. That's not it. I hope I didn't lose my old favorite. That's volume profile. That seems to be working pretty much okay. Well, I can't figure. I can remember which one of these profiles was the black one that I just deleted. So I'm not going to worry about it at the moment. And I didn't take this up on the bouncy. They're going to run it up or trade it backwards again. Hit her back down. Okay. One, two, three, and a test. Look at that. Block and a test, block and a test, block and a test. I wonder if three's a charm. Looks like not. Looks like it now. It'll probably sell off down through this low volume area towards VWAP. Assuming that's VWAP. I don't know. Can't believe it is. I'm going to put this to default. Use defaults. Apply. Well, there's the short that I thought was going to happen those 2 times that I did that, and it didn't. What the hell was that? How did that happen like that? That's just crazy. I'd like to get this 600 down. Traded back a little bit. That'd be kind of nice. Look at that. How's it doing that moving? I don't understand that. It's just still not right. At least it's low. So maybe it was that. I wish I could get that old cord. Let's see if I can. No, that's not going to work either. So we're right back at the TP or at the POC. That was a good mean reversion down from down here, but I just didn't see that quick bounce. I mean, I don't know how it moves that fast like that. Doesn't seem like the data is flowing right, and this looks completely bogus with the VWAP sitting there at that. Can't be sure what is going on really. So we are at 51 minutes and 38 seconds into the stream. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do here. I want to stop worrying about stream mechanics and try to get some of this $615 back. I've been just slapping and banging around over here like a schoolgirl. Yeah, so I'm real surprised about that. That's a complete big huh. Value area low to the POC. Brr, 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 brr. I wonder if Powell is still talking, if that's what the story is here. That could be a sudden big maneuver, one way or the other. If we can catch this value area low up back up to the POC again, they're going to do that. Get it up there so we're not going to lose any more money. Yeah. It wasn't a loser. Now they're going to take it back to POC. Son of a bitch. Son of a gun. Well, that's just a major chop fest from about 9:30. I don't like the way this ES keeps trying to get down there like that. That's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all when it comes to the NQ. One of the disadvantages I have here is that this trading is on my step 2 of the combine, because that's how this data feed is running. I guess what I should have done to test this out was kill Jigsaw here and run it on RTrader Pro. Then the trading, I could just trade the hell out of things and make sure everything's working right before I took $600 off my combine. Pretty darn disappointing. What is it? Oh yeah, 51.2. Gee, because I got to get it up to something. I was up to 52 and change there going into the week, or on Friday, if I remember correctly. What are they doing here now? Oh. Keep doing that, and I keep missing the damn thing. I want to catch that bounce up to here. And I keep missing it. And I keep being worried out. There we are back at the pulling back down off of the value area again. Well, mean reverter, you son of a gun. You've been doing that all night. Now, of course, you're not going to the minute I want you to. Son of a gun. Talk about no luck. Now I'm in danger of the $1,000 daily loss limit. I better look at that because of the commission. I better look at that. Where am I? 788. Okay. Well, I can't seem to get this right today. And with this thing, I was doing pretty good before I got on the stream, but it beating my way back. And this is just not moving at all. So I'm assuming that the ES is completely broken. Because I'm sure it's not just sitting there doing nothing. Yeah, exactly. Son of a bitch. Well, right down to VWAP. If that's really where VWAP is, I don't know who the hell knows. Flat, flat. All right, I'm going to kill the stream here so that I can send this off to those guys. They don't need to watch me bleed money here. And there's an hour on this thing almost, so they can know, they can see what's going on. This isn't moving at all, just barely starting to tick now. I'm wondering if it was the quote page. That's pretty amazing. Well, now the ES is actually starting to move. So is that going to do something over here? Maybe not. Maybe so. Well, the ES suddenly started moving, and so did the NQ. It just fell off on its ass. That's got to be something to do with Powell. I guess. I'm guessing. I need to get a proper news feed going and see that right now. Volatility picked back up. Look at how that price is moving around. Come on, boys, take it to the top. Take it up to there to that value area high. That's the wrong up. Talking up, the other up, your other up. All right, well, we got two of them off. Now the ES just looks, well, maybe not. Going to say the ES just looks frozen again, but perhaps not. Well, you're going to go up above that and take out that overnight high. Big shots. A lot of traffic right here at that value area high. Look at how tight that range is. 5 and 25 points. Wow. Ah, well, that isn't working with the dome shifting like that. I've got to stop doing that and just click in an order where I need to, but I didn't lose any money there, so that's good. And that was definitely a peekaboo, screw you kind of deal. Going on now? They being rejected and sending back into value, or what they do? I think we're going to go up. What I get for thinking again. Well, after that move, I'm a little bit, and the way that Delta is up, I'm a little hesitant to short it, but then again, there I go. And I should have taken that bounce off of VWAP. Or supposedly that's the POC, but doesn't look much like it to me. The resting order there, that would have been the resting order bounce. Oh, I am just not getting this. All right, I'm in the stream and I'm going to knock it off. I'll send this through to the IRT fellows before it gets more embarrassing and see if we can figure something out. Trade well. Remember, your goal is to be able to trade tomorrow, and that's why I'm going to quit before I can't.